Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy. And we've got Allie LaForce reporting from the sideline. Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. They've got Sabonis. Ellis is out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then it's Zach LaVine. And it's DeRozan in at the power forward position. And for Denver, in at the guard spots, Murray and Brown. Inside for him, it's Gordon and Jokic. And it's Johnson in at the 3 slot. Wow, with all the player movement this offseason, Coach, some teams are clearly still trying to build their chemistry.
Yeah, Kevin, but what's tough is you've still got to try to win games while you're building that chemistry, and that can be a tough balance. It takes time, which is why some organizations prioritize continuity.
Now here's DeRozan. Sabonis' screen on Gordon. To the paint, and a slam dunk by Sabonis.
Yeah, DeRozan is an intelligent playmaker, opening up the floor for his team with the pick and roll.
On the wing, Murray. He's guarded by Schroeder. Murray against Schroeder. 6 to shoot. Johnson wide open. He fires. And the 3 off target. To the inside. And the jam by LaVine.
No surprise here. LaVine loves pulling up the landing gear.
Schroeder against Murray. Pass to Jokic. Johnson outside. Here's Murray. It's rebounded by Schroeder. LaVine deciding where to go with it. Drains it from beyond the arc. LaVine's got 5 now.
Well, he's a consistent range scorer. LaVine's team wants him to find these looks.
Murray against Schroeder. Shot by Gordon, wide open. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Now here's Ellis. His last outing, he had 8 points. DeRozan on the wing, defended by Gordon. Over Gordon. DeRozan's shot is off.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
Love the assist. I mean, he knew exactly where that bounce pass had to be to create that opportunity.
And great offensive firepower for the Kings. But you know what, Stan? They know they got to defend.
Well, their head coach, Doug Christie, made his bones at that end. But it's on these players to execute, and that'll be the challenge.
Now here's DeRozan. Here's Sabonis. And a slam dunk by Sabonis.
Nice little flush there from Sabonis to cap off the possession.
Jokic with a screen on Schroeder. Murray, the pass to Jokic. And again, it's the Nuggets from deep.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
And here's LaVine following the 3-pointer by Jokic. And it's DeRozan missing. Murray against Schroeder. Pass to Brown. Now here's Murray. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Here's Brown. And the Nuggets hit again from deep.
Well, that's one of the things they like to do with Brown. Work him off ball.
The Kings have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Schroeder surveying the floor. DeRozan inside. Defended by Gordon. Into his mid-30s. The veteran DeMar DeRozan holding up well, Greg.
And such a consistent presence for his team. DeMar plays at his own speed, and he has mastered the art of the mid-range.
And he knocks down the first one. And, Coach, one thing that David Adelman stressed was getting this Nuggets team in much better shape.
Yeah, it seems like they wore down in the playoffs last season. So improved conditioning and more depth potentially could help them hold up better down the stretch.
Both free throws good from DeRozan. And from season to season, Coach, DeMar DeRozan remains incredibly consistent.
Yeah, look, he's consistent because he's extremely professional. This guy's always in shape, always ready to play. He knows what his game is, and he plays to that game. Something of a throwback because his game's built on the mid-range shooting, but everybody could use a DeMar DeRozan on their team.
And Doug Christie wants a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over.
And let's take a look now at some stats for Ellis. Last season's performance for him. And he ended up in the top 15 in steals as well. Some of the quickest hands in the league.
And you know, back to his tremendous efficiency from 3 last year, top 10 in the league, he's truly a dead-eye shooter when he gets it going. And it's the Kings with the ball. It's a 3-point game. Shooter kicks to Ellis. Pass to Levine from outside the arc. Again, the miss by the Kings. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
Yeah, they got into a terrific flow offensively, but a lot of that was because the defense they were facing was mediocre.
Yeah, but even against weak defense, your execution still matters. Luckily, they were able to take advantage.
And loving the aggression from Sabonis, going right up for the dunk there. Nice.
Pass to Levine. And here's DeRozan. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks so much. I caught up with the Nuggets head coach. I asked him about DeMar DeRozan, specifically how you defend him from the mid-range. He said, quote, "It's tough because his footwork is so good. Our goal is to try to push him out farther and make him take threes if possible. And we'll live with those results. We'll see if their defense is up for the task at hand." Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Allie. And so here's Sacramento. The Nuggets getting the bucket.
He hasn't been at his best this quarter. I'd like to see him be a little more patient right now.
And he gets the bucket. Jokic has got 12 points in the game.
Strong move from Jokic. The big man showing off his ball skills.
DeRozan against Gordon. Can't cash in from the high post.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
And there it is for him. Gordon's got his second basket.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they shot the basketball.
DeRozan against Gordon. Sabonis sets the pick for DeRozan. 6 on the shot clock over Gordon. That doesn't go either for DeRozan.
Familiar results for him. He can't get anything to go.
Brown against Sabonis. A nice shot by Brown. And now it's a 10-point Nugget lead.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
And Doug Christie wants a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for the Nuggets. Bruce Brown comes in for Jamal Murray. Eubanks, he's checked in for the Kings. Monk comes in for Dennis Schroeder. Outside, Levine. Back to Ellis. Monk right side. To the middle, DeRozan. And the dunk by DeRozan.
Well, DeMar DeRozan's always had that vertical. If he can finish at the rim, he will.
Brown the pass to Jokic. Five to shoot. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Brown's shot is off.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Monk kicks to Levine. Brown against Ellis. Pass to DeRozan. Back to Ellis. Levine against Hardaway. Levine, good. And Denver has possession. 6-point lead. Ellis against Brown. Driving to the basket. Yep, that one goes in there.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Ellis kicks to Monk. To the paint. Here's Eubanks.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Pass to Brown. Jokic high post. Outside Hardaway. They grab their own miss. Johnson surveying the floor. Now Jokic. Monk defending. And Jokic gets it to go. The assist by Johnson. Jokic has got 14 points for the game.
Dare I say he's had a perfect game. Incredible. No misses thus far. A major reason they lead.
Now here's DeRozan. 6 points for him. Lays it up off the glass. He's got 8.
Once DeRozan gets inside with the ball, he is very efficient.
So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Sacramento making some changes. Sabonis, he's checked in for Eubanks. Charge comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Ellis. The Nuggets leading by 6. Brown the pass to Valanciunas. Back to Brown. Pass to Holmes. Outside Hardaway. And again, Denver no good. The Kings trail by 6. Westbrook dishes to Levine. Outside, Sabonis. Levine finds Monk. Lets it go from deep. Valanciunas grabs the board. Pass to Brown. We've got 1:28 left in the first quarter. Now, here's Holmes. And it's off from three-point range. Charge passes to Monk. From 12 feet out. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Well, for those pure scoring guards like Monk, the mid-range is a big shot to have in your bag. It opens up other parts of the floor.
So, Greg, in the offseason, the Kings made it a priority to address their need at point guard.
I mean, they had multiple combo guards on the roster, but lacked a true lead guard. And they realized they needed someone who could run the offense, hoping Dennis Schroeder can fill that role.
That free throw good from Brown. And the Nuggets making a change here. Murray's checked in. The Kings also at the sub. Carter, he's checked in for Levine. And Brown drops them both. A premier offense for the Nuggets, but defensively, Stan, there has been some slippage.
Well, they've had to make some tough financial decisions, letting some of their defensive-minded veterans depart in free agency over the years. They got to wonder who will step up, but it often takes young players a little longer at the defensive end.
Now here's Murray. 17 points for him last game against New Orleans.
And it was an unselfish night for him as well. He got plenty of assists to go along with all those points.
Here's Westbrook after the Nuggets pick up 2. Quick shot there, and it's off target.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
And here is Brown. Valanciunas with a screen on Sabonis. Brown kicks to Watson. Right at the free throw line. It's hauled in by the Kings.
Yeah, loose coverage by the defense, but he just couldn't make them pay.
Jokic firing on all cylinders for Denver. His work on the glass was outstanding in that quarter. Great rebounding. And we'll be back with you shortly. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And something else that I liked is how they attack the paint, finding ways to get inside and capitalize time and time again.
On the court for the Kings as the second quarter gets underway. Dario Saric is out there with Domantas Sabonis. And there's Monk. Then there's Carter. And it's Westbrook in at the point guard. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks. The Nuggets have gotten used to success. Nikola Jokic said, quote, winning is a lifestyle for us. It's really good when you're winning. Everybody's happy. Everybody wants to play. Everybody is buying into the system. I was here when we were losing, so I do not want to go back to that. Back to you, Kevin.
They're sure good with him in the lineup. Okay, thank you, Allie. Now here's Hardaway. Following the missed shot by Sabonis. And it's in there.
He's known for his jump shot, but Hardaway isn't afraid to mix it up inside.
And Monk has got the ball here for the Sacramento Kings. Sabonis' screen on Hardaway. Monk, the pass to Sabonis. Great pass to set up the lay-in. And that's 10 points for Sabonis.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Carter against Brown. Murray scanning the floor. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
Strong finish by Valanciunas. He likes exerting his will close to the rim.
Here's Westbrook, and finished off by Westbrook.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
And Denver has possession after the Kings pick up 2. Murray outside. Launches from deep. It's hauled in by the Kings. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
Yeah, I mean, in that one, you really saw a difference in aggression between the two teams, particularly on the board.
Well, truth be told, they got punked on the glass. That was the difference in the game.
Clever play call by Westbrook, making the right move at the right time to bust up the D and get that shot.
On over by Westbrook. Good on the shot. Valanciunas has got his third bucket of the night.
Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him. And you love to see a guy dishing it like this.
Count it. And the Nugget lead has been cut back down to 3 points with the bucket from Sabonis. So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Jokic, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Then for the Kings, Jones checked in for Saric. Zach LaVine comes in for Carter. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Murray against Schroeder. The 15-footer. Murray, no good. The Kings trail by 3. We know Dennis Schroeder is a great pro, Stan, but he might be even better playing internationally.
Yeah, Kevin, you're right, and there's a few guys like that. We saw it with Dennis Schroeder, that when they're playing for their country, maybe it's the role they have or the confidence that their teammates and coaching staffs have in them at that level, but Dennis Schroeder takes over when he's playing for Germany.
Now, here's Jokic. He picked up 21 points in their last win against New Orleans.
And we can't skip over his role as distributor. Huge impact, making all the right reads.
Kings have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Down low, here's Jones. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
Murray outside. Here's Jokic. Hits the outside fadeaway. Jokic has got 16.
Hey, on many nights, Jokic is a primary playmaker. Tonight, he's been the finisher.
Jones looking for an opening. Sabonis sets the pick for Monk. Pass to Sabonis. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Defensive foul. And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And you talk about the best center in the league. Sabonis certainly, Stan, is in that group.
He sure is, Kevin. The second Sabonis to be in that group. And look, this guy can do it all. He is one of the best passing bigs in the league. He's one of the best rebounding bigs in the league. And he can shoot the ball on the perimeter. A tough guy to deal with.
That one drops. He ties it up. Every coach has their own philosophy, but Stan, you were telling me that it might not always align with their team style of play.
Yeah, look, Kevin, I think there's a difference between philosophy and style of play. And I think what you have to understand, philosophy are those immutable things that you think will win games regardless of the style. So that'll never change, but your style has to be fitted to your personnel.
Now here's McDermott. On the wing, LaVine. Lets a floater go. Shot clock at 6. McDermott sets a screen from deep three-point land. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got 7 rebounds in the game. Jokic draws the double. Over Monk. And Jokic gets it to go. The assist by Murray. 18 points for him.
Confident stroke from Jokic. Shot ready on the catch.
And Doug Christie wants a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. And you assemble an all-swagger team. Jamal Murray, Stan, is on that roster.
Well, you're right, Kevin. And look, where players really gain their confidence, their swagger, if you will, in this league is when you play your best on the biggest stages in the playoffs. Jamal Murray has certainly done that. He has earned his swag.
Gordon's checked in for the Nuggets. DeMar DeRozan is checked in for the Kings. On defense, the Nuggets. Here's Levine. Again, the miss by the Kings. For Denver, they've gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second. 5 of 10. Gordon with it. Now guarded by DeRozan. Gordon against DeRozan. Gordon kicks to Jokic. 4 on the clock. Jokic doing the job inside.
And nothing seems to get to Jokic. So poised and calm under pressure.
Here's Levine. He had a 30-point outing their last game against the Bulls in Chicago. Schroeder offline with his 3. The Nuggets leading by 4. Gordon dishes to Johnson. And Johnson with the stop.
Well, since entering the league, Gordon's really improved his offensive IQ. A better understanding of ball movement.
Now here's Schroeder. Nothing on the board. And so it looks like the Kings will retain possession here.
Taking a look here at the numbers for Schroeder. Some last season stats for him. Averaged about 13 points a game, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. Backup point guard, always an important position, and he fills that role beautifully.
Yeah, you need someone who can organize that second unit and keep things moving along. A tremendous asset, highly valued by a coaching staff.
Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Murray. Here's Monk. Falls back and drains the fadeaway jumper. Monk's got his second bucket of the game to go. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. 4-point game. It's stolen by Monk. Inside, here's Eubanks. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter, just served him up.
Hardaway passes to Jokic. The power of Jokic. Wow.
The defense has had no answer for Nikola Jokic. He's getting whatever he wants out there.
Gordon against DeRozan. Pass to Eubanks. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic just got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. To the left wing. Brown against Monk. Hardaway a screen on Schroeder. Johnson outside. That 3 off the mark. The Kings trail by 4. Schroeder outside. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. Levine kicks to Monk. Pass to Schroeder. Outside Levine. Over Hardaway. Levine's shot is off. The Nuggets leading by 4. Johnson outside. Here's Brown. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. Brown's got 11.
I like how Brown values the three-point shot. Generally, Christian is pretty careful with his selection.
Schroeder outside. In the corner, it's Levine. Kicks it out to Schroeder. The tray. It's hauled in by Jokic.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving him.
And we saw last season the Nuggets, GA, in the final week of the regular season, making a coaching change and a shift in their front office.
A pretty rare situation. Seems like there's been a power struggle, and rather than choosing sides, the decision was to just make a fresh start.
Here's Eubanks, following the score by Aaron Gordon. DeRozan passes to Schroeder, over Hardaway, and with that, the Denver lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Schroeder. Denver's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter, less than 20%, but they've continued to let him fly. Now, here's Jokic. 22 points for him.
Well, Aaron Gordon able to use all his athleticism on that.
Here gets to DeRozan. Monk outside. And he's good on the three ball. He's got 7.
Yeah, he's picking it up here in the second quarter after a slow start.
To the middle. Here's Jokic. Monk grabs the board.
I mean, come on. That's a shot you expect him to make.
Count that as his 4th basket of the night. Just 7 shots to get there.
Well, his percentage keeps going up. He's adapted to what the defense is showing him.
44 seconds left now here in the second. Kicks it out to Gordon. There's the triple. Here's Jokic. Got it right back and converts. Nikola Jokic.
Well, the first guy you have to box out there, Nikola Jokic. That's just bad recognition.
Schroeder passes to DeRozan. 23 seconds left in the first half. Nobody near Schroeder. A three-pointer off the mark. DeRozan against Gordon. Pass to Jokic. Hardaway with a wide-open look. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Jokic has got 5 assists in the game. And so it's the Denver Nuggets in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break.
Thanks for tuning in. Did you miss us? Before we discuss the game at hand, let's first check out the upcoming schedule.
And taking a look at the Kings, a tall order for them in this one, looking to steal a win from a very good team. On paper, it's a tough hill climb.
Yeah, but that's why we play games. Anything can happen.
And now let's check out the game at hand. It was a solid first half effort for the Nuggets.
One big reason they're up, they're controlling the glass, both boxing out and crashing in.
Yeah, you could tell rebounding was a point of emphasis for them coming into this game.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game, get Jokic in this game. He has been everywhere.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Well, he's already put in a full day's work. They might want to lighten the load on him in the second half.
Here's Murray, still without a basket. Inside for him, it's Gordon and Jokic. In at the guard spots, Murray and Brown. And it's Johnson in at the small forward. That's the group that David Adelman's going out there with to start the second half.
Yeah, he's not exactly a highlight reel dunker, but you love to see Jokic throw it down.
Schroeder kicks to DeRozan. Pass to Levine. Here's Sabonis. Good defense by Jokic.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
On the wing, Gordon. DeRozan defending. Gordon, the pass to Brown. Clock at 6. Murray against Schroeder. Goes up on the high post. Murray, no good.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
Now here's Johnson. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. Wide open look here for Murray. Rebound by the Kings. Sabonis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Well, he's still looking for his first bucket. Fortunately, his teammates have picked up the slack.
They have yet to hit a shot, a real slow start here in the second half.
Murray against Ellis. Murray, the pass to Jokic. And Jokic slams it in.
Well, for a guy with a scorer's mentality, Murray is almost surprisingly willing to pass the ball.
Right, we see a lot of change in the NBA, but Nikola Jokic always seems to stay in the MVP conversation.
And not just in it, at the top of it. His ability to affect the game is basically unmatched. He dominates in just about every single aspect.
Well, 4 failed attempts to start this half. Not what they wanted out of the locker room.
Here's Jokic. Takes it off the glass. Jokic has got 6 in the quarter.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Well, Nikola Jokic is a family man through and through. He said, quote, "Basketball is not the main thing in my life and probably never will be. And to be honest, I like it because I have something more at home, something that's more important than basketball." Kevin, back to you.
Some good perspective. Thanks so much, Allie, for the report. At the break in the action, we've got a chance now to look at last year's top rebounders. Domantas Sabonis is on top. Jokic is 3rd.
But these guys are always around the hoop, always with a nose for the ball. A dominant season inside for both.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Here's Levine, and Levine throws it down.
That's such a tough finish. Levine with outstanding focus to score through contact.
Murray against Schroeder. At the elbow, Jokic. It's stolen by DeRozan. And now the Kings, fast break, moving it up. And the dunk by DeRozan.
And dynamite in his legs. And DeRozan detonates at the rim.
Jokic on top. Pass to Brown. Murray left side. Shot clock at 5. Shoots over Schroeder, and again it's Denver.
That just illustrates how well-rounded Murray's game is. When he's doing damage from the mid-range like that.
Schroeder outside. Ellis kicks it over to Schroeder. Sabonis' screen on Murray. And it's Schroeder missing. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half.
Well, if there's a better passing big man than Jokic, I want to know who it is.
The Kings trail by 15. Al Levine. 9 points in the game so far. There's Sabonis. And a slam dunk by Sabonis.
Yeah, this is when they need to lean on him more. Get him the ball and let him build some momentum.
Pass to Brown. Johnson kicks to Gordon. Jokic with his screen on DeRozan. Just 4 to shoot. And the basket by Gordon. Gordon's got 11.
Well, you know what I like about Gordon is the physicality that he brings to the floor.
Pass to Sabonis. And here's DeRozan. Again, Sacramento.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Denver leading by 13. Now here's Gordon. Here's Jokic. Count that one. 32 points for Jokic.
Well, he's been nothing short of fantastic this game, and he has his team in a great spot as this thing winds down.
Sabonis' screen on Murray. Pass to Levine. Launches a three. Rebound by the Nuggets.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And here's Johnson outside. Sacramento grabs the miss. Sabonis has got his 6th rebound on the night. Ellis surveying the D. Now here's Sabonis. Covered by Brown. Sabonis sets the pick for DeRozan. And slam dunk by Sabonis.
And guarding Sabonis in the pick and roll is a guessing game. He's so agile and unpredictable in these balls.
Hey, Greg, they dropped the interim tag for Doug Christie as he's now the permanent head coach of the Kings.
Well, we'll have to see how permanent that is. The 5th head coach in the last 7 years. That seat is always hot in Sacramento.
And the Kings making a change here. Monk's checked in. Here's Murray. Pass to Johnson. On the wing, Gordon. DeRozan defending. Here's the three. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Sabonis' screen on Gordon. Jokic against Sabonis. Levine for 3. It's hauled in by Gordon. Gordon's got 6 rebounds in the game.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Pass to Jokic. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Well, they just need to keep getting him the ball. He has been terrific.
Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Nuggets.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
And, you know, another thing that's really been working for them tonight is the mid-range. They're having no problem finding shots in that area.
Stan, you know, you think about the release point on Jokic's outside shot. It is tough to get to.
Yeah, Kevin, it certainly is. And the problem is if you start to come out of your stance to try to get to that shot, Jokic will just pull the ball down and beat you on the drive.
DeRozan for 3. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Levine's got his 3rd assist on the night. Murray outside. Out left to the wing. Jokic against Sabonis. 5 on the clock. Out of bounds. Sacramento will take possession.
A moment here now to see the numbers for Zach LaVine. Last season, he played outstanding. He was around 23 points a game last year. 4 assists and 4 rebounds. And most of all, you have to love the defensive grit he brings to games when he comes off the bench.
Yeah, I loved having options like him off the bench. Guys who bring effort. They can change the attitude of the team.
Brown is checked in for the Nuggets. Sabonis finds Monk. Sacramento moving it around. Levine wide open. Another 3 for Sacramento.
Can't forget about Levine from deep.
And Murray's got the ball here for Denver. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Pass to Jokic. Johnson from outside. Good on the triple. Johnson's got 5 points now this quarter.
Ever since halftime, they've played precision basketball on the offensive end.
Well, the coaching staff made some adjustments for the second half, and they've come out with focus and execution.
And slam dunk by Sabonis.
A very physical player. DeMontis basically forced his way through the foul area.
And GA, you look at the numbers for Sabonis. They're historic. But how would you surround him to make a deep run?
Well, I might try to pair him with another rim protector. Sabonis is a nice focal point offensively, but he's not a big-time shot blocker.
Watson, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Hardaway comes in for Murray.
And what you love about Sabonis is how unselfish he is. A terrific passer who takes pride in making his teammates better.
So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. And now here's the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's best teams from three-point land a year ago. Number 5, the Nuggets.
Their long-range shooting last year was nothing short of spectacular. I mean, they were absolutely unconscious from the three-point line.
The Nuggets leading by 13. Brown feeling out a bit. Here's Jokic, and Jokic throws it down.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Monk, the pass to Sabonis. Pass to DeRozan. Over Johnson. And DeMar DeRozan the bucket on the assist by Sabonis. Sabonis has got 3 assists now in this one. Denver's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Brown outside. Shoots from 14. Clean with the rebound. Things getting physical, but Jokic hammers it out and wins.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Sabonis sets the pick for Levine. It balls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
Just a positive force right now for these guys, and though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Now here's Johnson. He's got 7. Pass to Jokic. Lets it go with a 3. That's good, and Johnson with the assist. Johnson's got 3 assists now in this one.
And what can't Jokic do offensively? Outside of maybe highlight reel dunks, he is complete.
Ellis, that's good.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Pass to Jokic. Hardaway from outside. And again, it's the Nuggets from deep.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
The Kings trail by 17. Monk outside. And here's Levine. Here's DeRozan. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Cam Johnson picks one up.
Such a tricky cover. DeRozan baits the defender and makes him pay for it.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
And he makes the first. And the real star stand of this Kings team is Domantas Sabonis. Can he anchor them, though, defensively?
Well, Sabonis is not a big-time shot blocker, Kevin, but paint points haven't been their biggest concern. Rather, it's been their struggles closing out the shooters on the perimeter.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Pickett's checked in. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
And I like the aggressiveness of DeMar DeRozan's game. He's constantly testing the defense, looking for any weakness he can exploit to get a bucket. You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
So here's Westbrook. The Nuggets getting the bucket. Here's Saric. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for Denver. This game is finished. They'll be off to Portland taking on the Trailblazers. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Hardaway for three. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Hardaway's got 11.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Now here's DeRozan. He's got 18. Back to Westbrook. 6 to shoot. Beyond the arc. Denver grabs the miss. Here's Pickett. Hasn't made one yet. Pass to Jokic. Some solid defense from Saric. Jokic firing on all cylinders for the Denver Nuggets. This has been a remarkable game for him offensively. Anytime you get over the 40-point mark, it's been a special, special day. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Well, his height gives him the ability to see the floor, and he makes a quick decision and a great pass.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the court right now for the Kings, they've got Monk. Zach LaVine is out there with Dario Saric. Then there's Drew Eubanks. And it's Schroeder in at the 1 spot. The Nuggets leading by 18. Murray kicks to Brown. Watson the screen. The three. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 3 assists tonight.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's Eubanks. Schroeder dishes to Monk. Eubanks up top. Here's Schroeder. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Denver shooting wonderfully up to this point. 67%. The way up top, guarded by LaVine, to the paint. And Valanciunas kicks to Watson. And again, it's the Nuggets from deep.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now, here's Monk. At the top of the key, Eubanks. Outside, LaVine. It's hauled in by Watson. Denver's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Oh, that's blocked. And it's out of bounds to the Nuggets as Denver retains possession. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And that block might serve as a spark for this team. We'll see if it can ignite them.
On the wing, Hardaway. Guarded by LaVine. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Saric. And we keep seeing franchises' values going up, Greg, including the Boston Celtics last season selling for over $6 billion.
Man, those are some deep pockets. And don't forget the Lakers going for in excess of $10 billion. As those well-heeled individuals continue to pay these incredible prices, the pressure to unlock new league revenue streams, listen, it's only going to increase.
Hardaway hits them both.
And you got to love a vet like Tim Hardaway Jr. He knows the game well, knows how to go out there and produce for his team.
Now here's Schroeder. Now here's Monk. To stop the run, and he lays it straight in.
Well, it's hard trying to shake Monk's focus. Even with the contact, he finds ways to score.
Brown the pass to Murray. Back to Brown. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fades back. Rebound by the Kings.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Sharks, that's good.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
The Nuggets leading by 22. Murray outside. Outside Hardaway. The Nuggets with another miss. Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Schroeder finds Monk. No one near him. Again, Sacramento.
Whether it's with his jump shot or his explosive drives to the rim, Monk can hurt you out of the two-man game.
Now here's Murray. Outside Hardaway. Watching the screen. The Nuggets with another miss.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for Denver. And we've seen teams make surprising playoff runs only to falter the next year. Team trajectory is not always a straight line, clearly.
No, absolutely, Kevin. I would think in most cases it's not a straight line. Because, look, the other teams are all trying to win, too. That's what makes things different. So you might be slightly off the next year and someone else makes a big jump, and then it looks like your decline is a lot bigger than it is. Every year is a new year.
And here is Murray following the three-pointer by Malik Monk. They need this one. Murray, good. And the Nuggets lead by 19.
Yeah, that time Murray called his own number and it paid off for him.
For kicks to Monk. Falls right in. He is 8 for 11 with that shot.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
The Nuggets leading by 17. Murray with it. In the corner, Hardaway with it. That's in there. Murray with the assist. Hardaway has got 11 points here in just the second half. For Sacramento, they've gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. Monk finds Schroeder. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
A shifty, unpredictable player. Schroeder understands how to get fouled on the way out.
Well, Stan, one expression you hear, foul baiting. Players using sneaky tricks to draw a foul.
Yeah, look, Kevin, I'm not a huge fan of that, of guys developing that as a skill. But I will say this. It only works against undisciplined defense. If defense has the discipline to stay solid and fundamental, then you're not going to get baited into those things. And a lot of times, those foul baiters end up taking bad shots.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Jokic, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Johnson comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Christian Brown subbed in for Bruce Brown. Both good from the line that time.
Well, what coaches like about Dennis Schroeder is his hustle and his mentality. He's looking to aid the team to elevate your offensive efforts, not to have his own big night.
Now here's Murray. Jokic with the screen on Schroeder. Here's Murray. Yep, it counts. Murray's got 4 this quarter.
Well, in the two-man game, you want the ball in Murray's hand. Jamal is so dangerous.
Murray against Schroeder. Pass to DeRozan. Schroeder outside. Just 5 to shoot. And here's Sabonis. Jokic defending. And there's Sabonis. That's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got 5 assists tonight. Denver leading by 18. Now Brown. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. This one for 3. Another 3 for Denver.
Well, that's something only Jokic can do. Draws the eyes of everyone on the floor, then moves into the perimeter for the 3.
Outside DeRozan. Monk sets the screen for DeRozan. Officiating is always a hot topic among fans, Greg. That's never going to go away. And some people think the game is called too closely now.
Be careful, Kevin. We don't need any fines over here. Fans are bound to get frustrated with certain calls, but overall, I think our officials do a great job, and the game is about as fair as it can be.
The offensive rebound. They had a number of cracks at it, but came away empty-handed. The Kings trail by 19. And here's Schroeder. Monk outside. The fader. DeRozan's shot is off. Denver's got 8 shots off from three-point land and hit half of them. Jokic passes to Murray. Now Brown. Here's Jokic, defended by Sabonis. Shot clock at 6. Murray outside. Fires for 3. Off the left rim and out.
Well, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Pass to Monk. Ellis with a screen on Johnson. Here's DeRozan over Johnson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Greg, one thing that doesn't show up in the box score, and maybe should, screen assists. They're a big part of the game.
Without question. I mean, the art of setting a great screen, I think, is underappreciated. Giving those guys their just due with the screen assist on a made bucket is, I'm fine with that.
And the first one at the line is good.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Gordon's checked in for Peyton Watson. Zach LaVine's checked in for the Kings. Both free throws good from DeRozan.
Well, I like that DeRozan's one of those guys who can take over a game by himself or be the orchestrator. He adapts to whatever the defense is showing.
Now, here's Jokic. Jokic draws the double. Johnson, the pass to Gordon. On the wing, Murray. Pulls it up. And again, Denver, no good. And so it's DeRozan. He'll bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. There's Sabonis. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists. Sabonis has got 13 points in the second half. Murray against Schroeder. Takes a step back. Kicks it out to Gordon. Hits the three-point bomb. And the Nuggets lead by 18.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
LaVine outside. Here's Sabonis. DeRozan fires. And the 3 misses. And you have to like how they're moving the ball right now.
Snappy passes to ready shooters. It's basketball 101, but boy, is it working.
Brown with it. He's guarded by Ellis. Johnson bangs home the trifecta.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
Johnson against LaVine. So, coach, in the last 26 years, only 3 Eastern Conference teams have been NBA Finals favorites. Anything need to change there?
I really don't think so, Kevin. I'm not sure it matters to people. I mean, the NBA Finals are going to have one team from the East, one team from the West, and people are going to watch because you're down to the last series for a championship. I think it's a conversational point to talk about one conference dominating, but I don't think in a given year fans really care.
Now, Jokic, after Zach LaVine missed from long range. Jokic, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Ellis dishes to Schroeder. Pass to DeRozan. For Murray. And once again off the mark by Sacramento.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Nuggets.
As one-sided as it gets today, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Jokic.
Well, his triple-double stat line is evidence of his impact on this game. He was affecting play at all times.
Screen by Sabonis. And DeRozan. Here we go. And slam dunk by Sabonis.
On the heels of this run, you wonder where was this effort earlier on?
Yeah, it's so frustrating as a coach when it takes your team this long to get into a rhythm.
Murray outside. And so it's Denver taking care of business in this. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
So let's go courtside where Allie LaForce is standing by with our player of the game. Allie.
Nicola, I heard the fans chanting for you, saying MVP. How special is that?
I mean, I think it's funny, to be honest. I think that there's a better player than me that's going to win an MVP. I'm just trying to play really good team basketball. That's all I'm trying to do.
MVP talks? That's just funny talk to Nicola, guys.
Great job. Thanks for that, Allie. And that'll do it, folks. And for all of us here at the table, Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony and our terrific sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us tonight. And now, our player of the game, Nikola Jokic.